Welcome to another edition of the Hoop Scoop. I'm Jared Johnson. I'm joined by the mighty Joe Yeager. Well, first off, I want to apologize for all the ambient noise that we had in the last couple of videos. We had the birds chirping. It is spring here out in West Texas. Look, we like to do in an era, and we've been doing this for a long time. We've been doing these videos on campus at Texas Tech for a decade or longer. Yeah. And our customers inside the Red Raiders and other places on YouTube and stuff have said they like having the campus in the background. That's something we enjoy doing. Here's the thing about campus life. It's busy. There's a lot of activity. That's part of it.
Even the birds are busy.
Even the birds are getting busy. It's springtime. You're going to hear trucks, buses, stuff like that. We're going to do our best to communicate what we're trying to communicate to you and go from there. But I do apologize for the background noise. We've tried many different mics. I think these mics usually work well. It does pick up some of the background noise. That's part of the show. But on this show, on this Hoop Scoop, we're talking about Texas Tech filling out the roster. You've mentioned many times, you've written some really good stories about potential guards that Tech could be targeting and guys that have been available in the transfer portal. There's at least one new target that there's been a lot of chatter about, and that is Ben Henshaw out of Perth, Australia. He's in the NBL out there in Australia, and he's moved over to the United States, declared for the NBA draft, but is still available in terms of if he withdraws his name, I think by June 15th at 4 p.m. Central Time is the cutoff date, then he could still be available for colleges. And there's a lot of chatter that Tech's involved. Now, I've reached out to two very good sources who have done me very well in the past with Texas Tech basketball, as recently as one of them this morning. And both of them are like neither confirm nor deny in so many words that they are after Ben Henshaw. But here's the thing. There is a lot of chatter. There is a lot of smoke. Usually where there's smoke, there is fire. And look, this guy is he'd be a high target. He'd be going to one of the top programs in the country. Obviously, Texas Tech has established itself under McCasland and then in recent years as one of those. But 6'5" guard, does a lot, 10 points, I think 2.5 assists, 3.5 rebounds. My Joe, what's your take on the potential of Texas Tech adding him?
Yeah, well, if Tech isn't after him, they should be.
Yeah, right.
So, and they probably are. They probably are. I think this is a real possibility. He wants to go NBA. That's his first option. Yeah. However, the way I'm seeing it right now, it would be a big risk on his part. I mean, you're talking best case scenario, it seems like mid-second round, and he might not even get drafted at all.
Yeah,
that's possible, but he doesn't look like a first-round pick right now, the way the NBA is looking at it. So it would probably make a good deal of sense to give college ball at the highest level a shot. And it would come down probably, if he doesn't go into the NBA, to Texas Tech and Florida. Those are the two main teams that seem to be going after him right now. And it kind of looked like Florida might have an advantage in this regard because they have another Aussie on the roster by the name of Alex Condon. I'm sure we all remember him, heck of a player. But he is a legitimate first-round draft pick himself. He's declared for the NBA as well. He may stick in the draft. If that case it happens out, then Florida does not have that Aussie advantage anymore. So Tech could have a real shot at this, and then, it just may come down to the money. It is with so many of these guys. You would think that Texas Tech, with all they've shelled out so far, would be kind of depleted, but you just don't know.
No, they're not depleted. I can say that.
Yeah, all right. Well, they wouldn't be probably talking to this guy if they didn't have something left in the kitty.
No, they do.
So it's just a question of how much. But this guy is not going to come cheap. But, a legitimate player. Some people are talking about him as a point guard. Some people are saying he's an off guard. In actuality, he's a combo guard.
Yeah.
He really is. He's a 6'5" guy. Very, very physical. He's not a beanpole. He knocks people around. The guys bounce off of him. He can distribute the ball quite well, but his assist turnover ratio is less than 2-to-1, so he's not outstanding, but he's good.
Yeah.
And he's not really a shooting guard in as much as he's sitting like 40% or better from three. He's shooting around 36%. So what it comes down to is this is a guy who can sort of play either one of those positions competently, and that's kind of the definition of a combo guard. If Texas Tech did land Henshaw, then basically, I mean, he's in the starting lineup. There's no question he can start.
Oh, yeah.
So him and Christian Anderson would be a couple of combo guards. You'd be rolling without a true point guard, and then you'd have somebody like Donovan Atwell or Tyree Bryan over at the off guard position. So, you know, no matter how you do it, Tech might not have that true Elijah Hawkins type of a point guard. But I'm fine with that. I mean, if you've got this much talent, you can make that work. And if Tech signed this guy, then you're talking about, the road to the national title is legit. I mean, it's laid out there. You got the coach, you got the facilities, the fans, you got the talent, you got all the bases covered, and then it's just a matter of going out and making it happen.
Who are some other options? You've written several stories about potential guards. Who are just some guards that you like that you think could fill out the roster for Texas Tech?
You know, I mean, I think I've talked about overall 9, 12 point guards. I did 3 or 4 articles. 3 point guards apiece. But, you know, I mean, they're all in the portal. But I haven't looked at them recently, so a lot of those guys may have come off the board.
Okay,
now.
I see what you're saying.
You know,
I blindsided you. I'm sorry, Joe.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, like there was a guy named actually Xavier Lee, who I mentioned from Princeton, who would have been an outstanding fit. But guess what? Now he's in Florida.
Oh, wow.
So and that happens a lot. I mean, there's Doug McDaniel from up at K-State. Was a somewhat cut from the similar mold as Elijah Hawkins. You know, last I saw, he was still available. But, you know, I would think that if Tech was interested in going that route, we probably would have already heard it by now. So, it's, you know, I think it's just going to come down to throwing everything at Henshaw most likely. And then they probably got a couple of fallback positions in mind as well. But he seems to be presumably the primary target.
All right, Mighty Joe, man. Great stuff from you as always.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for watching. Sorry for the background noise once again, but thanks for watching, and until next time.